There are many things that can ruin your eBay business. In this video, I'm gonna be sharing 3 things that I believe hold you back or can even potentially ruin your eBay business. How's it going, guys? My name is Pallets. I'm a full-time eBay reseller. I currently have 13,900 items listed in my store right now. If you want to learn tips and tricks on how to grow your eBay store, consider subscribing. The number one thing that holds people back in their eBay journey is account health. If you have too many defects, if you have too many cases closed without seller resolution, too many non-sent refunds to the buyers, you're gonna get shut down. You're gonna fall below standard and you're not gonna get any sales. These 3 things that I'm gonna be sharing you guys in these videos, I've done all myself. So I'm guilty of all these, and that's why I'm sharing with you guys now. I've gone through the burns, I've gone through all the trouble, so now you guys can learn from me and avoid these mistakes. I had an instance when I was killing it on eBay. I had just started, I was 3-4 months in. I had done like 50,000 in sales in like 3-4 months, my first 3-4 months of doing eBay. And I actually got shut down for like 5 months because I had like 8 defects. I wasn't taking care of that. Back in the day, I used to just do eBay all on my phone. I wasn't using the browser version. I wasn't looking at the overviews, my overview of my page. I wasn't, what really killed me was that I wasn't sending back money on time when buyers would send returns. And I was new, I didn't really know about that. So I had like 8 or 9 defects. And at the time I wasn't selling too much volume. I was just selling higher ticket items. So 8 defects was like a huge percentage to how many sales I had. So it was just terrible. And for me to get out of that loop, I had to slowly increase my sales, and it took me like 5 months to get out of that hole. And basically I was below standard from, I don't know, July till like December. And then January of 2021 is when I finally got out of there. And then it took me like from below standard, then I went to standard. And from there, I had to go to top rated. So yeah, it was a whole 5 months of terrible sales and just trying to get out of that hole. And honestly, my mind wasn't even into it like that. I was doing other stuff, and it just completely crumbled me, mentally. And I didn't want to. I was contemplating even doing eBay anymore. So that's number one. You got to have your account health. You got to respond to all the messages. You got to make sure people are satisfied with the service, or at least you refund them the money on time. You got to make sure all that is in order. Number 2 is actually going to be kind of obvious, but it makes sense. So if you don't have consistent sales, you can't base what kind of expenses you can have based on what kind of sales you have. If you're just posting stuff here and there, you make 300 here, 100 here, 50 there every day, how can you run a business on no consistent sales? For me personally, if I'm making a certain amount of money every single month and it's consistent and I'm doing stuff Monday through Friday in order to get those sales, I know what I could do with that money, and that's my budget. With consistent sales, you get a better picture of where you can allocate your money and how much you could save. If you're doing a certain amount of activity to get a certain amount of dollar, you have a way better understanding of how your business is running, how much profit you're making, and all that stuff. So the way you get consistent sales, I just posted a video about that. It's my previous video, so if you're watching this one, you have to do consistent activity on eBay. You have to list every single day. You have to list consistently, at least on eBay. And you have to do pretty much the same kind of things so you get consistent sales. If you do pretty much the same thing, you will get pretty much the same results. If you're not listing every day, you're gonna get pretty much the same results. The big picture of that is, if you don't have consistent sales, how are you supposed to know what to do with the money that comes in? If one day you make 500 and the next you make 50, you can't just go spend 450 on items the next day, because then you don't know what else is gonna happen. You might blow all your money and you don't have more money to keep the store running. I can go way deeper into that. I might just have to make a whole video on that, but on fund allocation for your business. I even have trouble with that myself. Sometimes I spend too much on stuff that I shouldn't spend on, like business-wise. And fund allocation is a huge thing. So if you're spending too much money here, too much money there, and you don't have consistent sales to know how much you can actually spend, that's a huge problem. Number 3 is going to be accounting. If you don't have your books in order, if you're not keeping track of your expenses and how much money is coming in and out and how much you're actually profiting, you just report it to the taxes like that, and you just kind of run your numbers, and the IRS does an audit and they come back and it's completely wrong, that can completely shut you down right away. If you report that you make a certain amount and you pay taxes on who knows what, and you're writing off stuff that you shouldn't have had, that could truly bite you in the butt later on with the IRS. And also, you gotta see if you're even profitable. What if you're thinking you're making all this money? What if me personally, like, okay, I'm doing 40,000 a month in sales, and I think I'm making all this money, but once I run my numbers and I do my accounting correctly, what if I'm only making like 5,000 a month after everything, or 2,000 a month? I'd be better off working somewhere else. So, if you don't do your accounting correctly, you could just be working for eBay. You could be working for everyone except yourself. You're not going to be paying yourself. So if you got to do your accounting correctly, I'm not the best number one guy. I'm not a CPA, obviously, but I talk to my CPA. He tells me what he needs from me, and I keep track of all my expenses. And he tells me how to separate it all so that it could be correct, because I don't want to get in trouble with the IRS, and I want to see how much I'm actually making. But yeah, like I said, I'm not a tax professional. Obviously, I'm just a kid that does eBay and a little bit of YouTube. But if you want a clear picture of what you need to do, go to a local CPA and talk to someone and see what you actually need. I can kind of give you guys a rundown of what you need, but you're gonna have to talk to someone like a professional or a guy that you're dealing with directly. Everyone does it a little bit differently, is what I noticed. My buddy has talked to a few people, and everyone's a little different, but you want to do it with the guy that is going to be doing your actual paperwork. But yeah, you got to have a breakdown of everything, kind of have a rough estimate of how much you're spending. And it goes back to consistent sales. You can't be spending too much here, too much there without knowing what's really going on, how much is coming in. So yeah, those are just 3 things I wanted to touch on real quick. Each one honestly deserves its own video. But I just wanted to talk about 3 major things that hold people back in their eBay business. There's way more. Like I said in the beginning, there's way more things that hold people back. But yeah, I just think those main 3 things in the long term really crush people. So if you guys are new to the channel, my name is Dave Paleo. Like I said, I make tons of videos like this. All my eBay store is full of electronics. So if you guys are interested in learning about electronics, you're just learning tips and tricks on how to grow your eBay store, consider subscribing. We're growing very, very fast on this channel. At least for me, I've never had this kind of growth. 90% of the subscribers have came in the last month. So I have a lot of people hitting me up on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram if you don't already, or if you're new. I'm going to be doing one-on-one coaching calls. I have way too many DMs, even for me to handle right now. Literally, I just worked 10 hours on eBay, and now I'm recording a video. I'm going to edit this and still get it up tonight. Like, if you guys are new, or if you guys want to learn more directly from me, if you have a specific situation, we can hop on a call for like 30 minutes. I'll just charge you a little fee for my time, because my time is very valuable. Like, I'm working 10, 12 hours a day on this and on the eBay. But I assure you it will be worth it. I can help you guys out with whatever you guys need. So if you guys are interested in that, or if you just have a quick question you want to ask me, shoot me on Instagram or my email, but preferably Instagram. And my stuff is down below. Check out my eBay store. It's down there as well. But yeah, guys, if you guys are new, like I said, consider subscribing, and I'll catch you guys later.